Kevin Garnett. Another mindset today, y'all. NBA champion, NBA MVP, NBA Defensive Player of the Year, Olympic gold medalist. The secret is in the quotes. Kevin Garnett, another mindset. So, let's say the quote again a little differently. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to. So, let's say the quote again a little differently. You can accomplish anything you are aware of. So I remember watching videos of Kevin Garnett, Stephon Marbury. I think it was a couple of other guys too. And they all made it to the NBA. They all were hanging out since high school. So obviously they were aware of, the work ethic that it took to get to the NBA, certain things, making videos of themselves, the scouts, little things that, the average person doesn't know until they, get on that journey of, trying to make it to the NBA. But definitely, those two, Kevin Garnett, Stephon Marbury, they were aware of what it took to get to the NBA. They made it to the NBA. They both had, great careers. So you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. You can accomplish anything you are aware of. The big ticket says once again, I don't think anything less than perfect, even though I am a human being. The way I work and go at things is to better myself in perfect terms. So let me relate this to the ideal self. The ideal self is the person you want to be. This person has the attributes or qualities you are either working towards or want to possess. It's who you envision yourself to be if you were exactly the person you wanted to be. Self-image refers to how you see yourself at this moment in time. So, ironically, I was just watching a movie the other day. It was called The Uglies. And in this movie, this person, this ruler, they had a policy where at 16, they put everybody through a procedure to be as pretty as they want to be. So, I don't know if you ever saw the movie The Uglies. If you did, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you didn't, I'll try to break it down as much as I can. And so now they do the procedure at age 16. So everybody, before age 16, they don't feel pretty. They don't feel ugly. And then they go to do this procedure. And after they do the procedure, they take them out of the... Not only do they get the procedure, but they go to like an environment where everybody's pretty. And then everybody 16 and older goes to the environment that everybody's pretty. And everybody 15 and under is in the environment where everybody is so-called ugly until they get the procedure of how they would like to be. How they would see their ideal self, pretty. Some people change their eyes, their hair, their nose, everything. Right? So, once again, the ideal self, right, is, that's a visualization of it. So, if you're an athlete, it comes down to what kind of athlete do you see yourself being. Now, this in a way is still kind of very interesting, right? Because, you'd be surprised. Does anybody ever see themselves on the bench? I would imagine no. Right? Still, you have players that end up on the bench, and then they're satisfied with it. They accept it, some for a whole career. Right? Now, let's get back to the ideal self and then the self-image. So if you accepted that role somewhere down the line, I guess That's your self-image, right? You look at yourself, or you have let people tell you that your your role is the bench role, right? Like one time, Iverson had went to the bench, and I think he retired after that. He never saw himself as a bench player, so he could never accept that role, right? And that was his ideal self versus his self-image, or versus the self-image that people had of him at that time as he got older. I think he went to Detroit, and they tried to bring him off of the bench, and I think that was it. He could never see himself coming off the bench, right? And so, I guess to make a long story short, be masterful of your ideal self at all times, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't want nobody to place a self-image on you that you accept that is not related to your ideal self. Kevin Garnett, the big ticket. He says you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. I changed it to you can accomplish anything you are aware of. KG, the big ticket. He says, I don't think anything less than perfect, even though I am a human being. The way I work and go at things is to better myself in perfect terms. In perfect terms, that's the ideal self versus the self-image. That's how I look at it. And I urge everybody to master their ideal self versus the self-image. KG, the big ticket.